You say yes? Okay. Somebody, okay. Shabbat shalom then for the second time.
Shabbat
All
shalom.
right, happy Sabbath. Okay, I'm Brother Al. For those who don't know, this is my reader, Brother Nehemiah, coming to you on behalf of the Vineyard of Israel. In the name of the Most High Yah, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We just thank him for giving us the opportunity to worship him on his true Sabbath day. Right? It truly is a blessing. Right? Like he said, which I was going to read, but I forgot. He said, I know who I've chosen. Is that the truth?
Yeah.
Who can fulfill the role of Abraham? Which one of us in this room? That's why he didn't choose you to be in Abraham's spot. Who can fulfill the role of Messiah? That's why. Who can fulfill the role of Job? That's why he didn't choose you. He needed a thief. Why would he choose Peter to be a thief? He just showing you. He in control. Relax. Right? That's what we're dealing with today in this lesson. Just relax. You just got to get it in your mind. Is this what you're about? You going to serve him? Well, you going to do that. You go on about your business. But you got to realize it's trouble and persecution come with this. He already told you that. Why are you acting surprised when tribulation arises in your life? Why you think God turned his back on you because something happened to you? Why you want to quit serving him when something happens? That's not how this thing go. That's backwards. Look, title of today's lesson, My Sons Can Handle It, Overcoming the World. When we say sons, we talking about sons. My sons can handle it, overcoming the world. Let's go to 1 John 4. I know I said 1st, 2nd Timothy. It'll be 2nd. I just got a revelation. I don't know what else to call it. You're right. Just got a 1 John 4. I just got a new revelation on where to start. My sons can handle it. Handle what? All that come with this. This faith come with a high price. It's patriarchs in this thing. They paved the way. They given up their entire life so we can get to the point where we are now, where we can read the Bible with no persecution. So we can make up our mind if this is what we want to be about or not, you know. And a lot of us, we say it, we play it, but when it come time to show what you're made of, we faint. And that's where we got to stop.
Yes, sir.
You got to stop fumbling on the play. In football, when you fumble, if you're the top running back, keep on fumbling. You're going to find yourself out of job. We're going to go with the scrub because we know at least he's going to keep the ball. Yeah, he's slow. But at least he ain't going to get the other team to rock. All right, with you fast. You know, you got moves, you got the juice. Well, you can't handle the heat. They breathe on you, you dropping the ball. Putting us behind every time. You understand? And that's how we got to quit serving God. You got to know if I come with it. Part of the game. Right. 1 John 4. And that's what we're going to see today. When the Most High Yah give you his spirit, it's a different type of spirit. It's a spirit that helps you overcome the world, overcome any condition. Your belief in him is so tight, it's so strong. No matter what type of trouble you go through in your natural life, it's not going to shake your foundation. It's not going to deter you away from the word. No matter if you suffer persecution physically, mentally, whatever aspect or avenue the trouble come, you down for it. You're not going to give up your God just because problems arise. Right. And that's how we are with the truth. It be so watery. Look how watery we are. Shabbat come, your car go out. I got to stay home today. Well, you got 75 people in class you can call to get a ride. That one little thing happening, you just ready to sit back, sit on reserve. Hey, listen, we need soldiers. The forefathers, they were soldiers. Hebrews 11 chapter, soldiers in the faith.
That's right.
And the problem is, when tribulation comes, the problem is where you draw your strength from. That's the issue. You've been drawing your strength from the wrong source, and that's why it's so easy for us to give up when stuff happens. So we got to get it back on the right path. I ain't going to talk all that. Let's get into it. Verse 1, hearken to the scripture.
Beloved,
What happened?
believe not every spirit.
He ain't in the mic.
Beloved,
Yes?
believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of Elohim, because many false prophets are gone out into the world.
No, it's just like when he said in Matthew, not everyone that said unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom.
That's right.
But who gonna get in? He said, the one that does the will of the Father.
That's right.
Huh? So just because they come and hollering, Lord, Lord, Yeshua, Yahuwah, Yahweh, listen, miss me with that. Let me see what you're living. Right? Let me see. Right? Try the spirit, by the spirit. What spirit? The word of God.
Right.
If you're not in the word, it's easy for you to be deceived or taken away. You know why he warning them about this day? Because like Yeshua said, a great falling away is going to come. So John is in the time of warning them about the false prophet, just like Yeshua did, warning them about the false prophet. Why? Because many false prophets are going to come, and they're going to deceive many. This is where we at. Yeah. That's why he was writing this thing. So he said, try them by the Spirit. And that's why when you go to 2 Timothy, or whichever one it is, it's one of the Timothys, he tell you, study to show thyself approved. Right? A workman, rightly dividing the scripture. Why is all this warning about falsehood? Just part of the game. Yeah. Your adversary is full of deception.
That's right.
He got ministers too.
Mm-hmm.
They don't take no days off. And they Jacob and Esau. What that mean? Code for they twins. They look the same. Sheep and the wolves look the same. The wheat and the tares look the same. Huh? The Jews that that followed Mashiach and the ones that was the Satan seed, they look the same. The wheat and the tares in the congregation today, they look the same. Right. So what better expression to use than twins? Mm. But I got to know what's in your heart. Try the spirit by the spirit. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
2, hereby know ye the Ruach of Elohim. Every spirit that confesseth Yeshua HaMashiach is come in the flesh, is of Elohim.
You hear that? Mm-hmm. So even way back then, he said, this is how you know the Spirit of God. The ones that confess HaMashiach came in the flesh, those of God. We got some people now that don't confess HaMashiach came in the flesh, but it ain't nothing new. They've been doing that.
Right.
Only thing is the track record show that those ones end up getting destroyed. Their end is not good. They have no triumphant victory. Huh? And 2, you know what else they do? They persecute the ones that believe in the Mashiach. The only thing with that is, Most High say, vengeance is mine. Mm-hmm. He always avenged the blood of the saints. And you got to notice, see, when you know him, no matter what happened to you, you can go through it knowing that he's the ultimate avenger.
Right.
He going to revenge, take vengeance on his adversaries. His adversaries are the ones that don't believe. Right. What else does it say?
3.
Yes.
And every Ruach that confesses not in Yeshua HaMashiach is come in the flesh. Is not of Elohim.
What is it?
And this is the Ruach of Antichrist.
That's right.
Whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is it in the world.
That's right.
You are of Elohim.
Now, peep game, watch what he finna say.
Little children,
and
have overcome them.
Who?
Because greater is he that is in you.
Well, hold on for a minute. Let's read this real slow.
Ye are of Elohim, little children, and have overcome them.
Yes.
Because greater is he that is in you.
But what if he not in you? You don't have that greater source.
Wow.
That's why you don't draw your energy and your confidence and your faith. That's why you don't draw it from him. You draw it from whatever it is that's your God is.
Right.
Huh? Mm-hmm. That's what happens. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's so easy for you to let go. Look what it said. Greater
is he that is in you than he that is in the world.
Man, see, we be quoting. It sound good. It sound even churchy.
Do we believe it?
Yeah, but the point is, the faith is what's going to overcome the world. Mm-hmm. You can say it and read it, but it's the faith. Do you believe it?
Right.
What else?
5.
Uh-huh.
They are of the world.
Who is?
Therefore speak they of the world.
What's your conversation like? Huh? He told you faith come by hearing the word of God. Faith in the world come by hearing and speaking the words of the world too. Huh? They are of the world. They speak of the world. If your conversation is only is wrapped around what you can get all the time. I mean, I'm talking about every day, all day. You wake up, going to sleep, thinking about the same thing. If you got it on your mind, you want to beat, cheat, steal, and kill just to get, listen, you are the world. You just keep Shabbat.
Right.
You a spot. You just keep the feast. You eat clean foods. But you still an antichrist. It's tight, ain't it?
Yeah.
Ain't no, you know why it's like that? You ain't finna weasel your way into the kingdom. You finna come through this door, you're not gonna get in.
That's right.
It don't matter how many Shabbats, what's in your heart? How you coming into the truth and you the most hateful?
Man.
And you talking about you keep the law when it tell you to love thy neighbor as thyself. You're a thief and a robber.
Right.
What else do it say?
5 again.
Uh-huh.
They are of the world.
What you mean?
Therefore speak they of the world.
Uh-huh.
And the world heareth them.
What you mean? Tell me something else.
We are of Elohim.
What you mean?
He that knoweth Elohim heareth us. He that is not of Elohim heareth not us.
That's right.
Hereby know we the Ruach of truth and the Ruach of error.
This is how we know the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. Spirit of error. Spirit of error, spirit of the flesh. Right? Only thing you're concerned about is what's in the world.
That's right.
You've erred from the faith. He told you in Timothy, you erred from the faith, chasing riches. You've been ensnared. You always talking about riches. You want us to be poor. No, I don't. I just don't want that to be your Elohim like it is now.
Right.
I just know how subtle it can creep up on you. We in the same fight.
Right.
Material mammon is a beast.
Man.
Huh? Idolatry, and you know why people don't give to God? They covetous.
Wow.
The man got your breath in his hand. Why wouldn't you give him your first fruit? The answer is because you covetous. How do we know that? Let's go back to Cain. You think Cain didn't give it to him because he didn't like God? He gave him something, did he not? But he didn't give him what was required. I need to keep the best for myself. That's covetousness. The end, which is idolatry. It's subtle. Right? 2 Timothy 3. We hate these lessons. This all you, every other set you come, listen, we in a fight. We in a fight whether you believe it or not. The fight is between your mind and between your ears. Your mind. Soldiers got to get prepared. We can get all knowledge we want. When you don't have no foundation, what good is it going to do you? 2 Timothy 3. Pick me up at verse 1. I know I said 12, but 1 just looking real appealing right now. Harken to the scripture.
This know also,
What you mean?
that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Yes?
For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy.
Look, this endured to our generation.
Right.
This is where we at now. Men love themselves.
Right.
They unthankful, definitely unholy,
Wow.
no problem with blaspheming. Most assuredly, they proud.
Yeah.
Men and women we talking about. Huh? Disobedient to parents, that's for sure. Huh? Children, you in the book too.
Yeah.
Huh? Nobody getting by when the Most High swang out. You better ask Saul. He told Saul, kill all them Amalekites. Men, women, and children. Don't let now one of them escape. He didn't do it. When the Most High come through, he a warrior. When he come through swinging out, he hit men, women, children, babies. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Everybody gets swung out on. And you got to realize that because you know what we think, we built up some brownie points with the Most High. He ain't built up nothing. Huh?
3.
Well, yes, sir.
3. Without natural affection.
Is that where we at?
Yes, sir. Bad.
It's awkward.
Bad.
Huh?
Wax cold.
People giving hugs with alligator arms. So it should be natural. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's ridiculous, right? He said that's natural though.
Mm-hmm.
Without that, we just like beasts.
Yeah.
Huh? Go ahead.
Without natural affection.
Indeed.
Truce breakers. False accusers.
True break. You know why that's in there? Because your word is bomb.
Yeah.
You shoot your word out there and you don't keep it. That's despised in the eyes of the Most High. The best thing you can do is be quiet. And that's what's wrong with the world now. Everybody talking about what they gonna do. Ain't gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight. Nobody's accountable. It's nothing for you to break your word. Responsibility. Come on, y'all. Go ahead.
False accusers.
False accusers, yes.
Incontinent.
Uh-huh.
Fierce.
What else?
Despisers of those that are good.
Yes.
Traitors.
Oh, hold on for a minute. Despisers of what?
Those that are good.
You see that all the time. You know why people say, I just don't like them? You know why? Your own work's evil. Go ahead.
4. Traitors.
See, you got to get in the mirror when you get in this Bible.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Nobody want to get in the mirror.
Right.
You're going to be weighed in a balance, though.
Man.
You're going to be scaled out. If you come up short, it's a wrap. This is a purging ground. We trying to have fun without purging. What else?
4. Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of Elohim.
That's where we at.
Yeah.
That's where we at. For the love of money and all other type of pleasures.
Yeah.
You love Elohim, but he said you love that stuff more. That's the first commandment. You ain't got past the first one. 7.
7. Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth.
That's where we at. People know everything.
Man.
They know everything in the truth. But to come to the knowledge of the truth, the realization of what the law teach you, it ain't many that come to that. It ain't many. Let me drop down to verse 12, because I didn't even want all them, but it was good. Verse 12, go ahead.
12. Yeah, and all that will live godly in Yeshua HaMashiach shall suffer persecution.
So what is you quitting for? What is you getting so down and depressed? You got a father that owns everything. If he wants you to have it, he'll make a way for you to have. If it's good for you to have, he'll make a way for you to have. Huh? You don't believe that? You got to think about this as like a natural relationship with your father. No father want to see their children going without. But you got to go without certain stuff because there's certain lessons you got to learn.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not mature enough to handle everything at every time.
That's right.
And that's what's wrong with us. We think deception, we done see it ourselves. We think we mature enough to handle some stuff. In actuality, you're not.
Bring it out.
You're not spiritually mature enough to handle all that extra weight, all that extra baggage that you have no problem going out and acquiring. And it's a struggle because the first thing you want to let go is God.
Dang, that's real talk.
So you know what he'll do? In order to save your soul, you got to lose that. You don't put on too much weight. You got to let some of them pounds off. Pounds, pressure, right? You got to let some of that stuff go. And the flesh, us, we want to hold on to every little thing. We want to hold on to every little. Some of us done built a life. You built a certain life when you come to the Most High. Some of that stuff is not good for you when you're dealing with the Most High. You got too much interference. You can't serve him like you should. And you know what? He's a king. A king picks his servants. He knows who he chooses. He chose you for something. But the only thing you want to do is fulfill your will. It's a problem. Might have to get broke down. You in the way. Don't you know we the biggest idol? That's why you don't like looking in the mirror. You the biggest idol in your life. We knew you was going to say that. Church. That man, it's the truth. Right? Go ahead.
13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived.
So this is what we got to know. Persecution is going to come to all that decide to live godly. Right? You got to expect it. What else?
14. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them.
See? Continue in what he done taught you. Continue in that purging process. Continue to follow after righteousness. Continue to refine your walk with the Most High Yah. Go ahead.
And that from a child thou hast known the Kodesh scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith, which is in Yeshua HaMashiach.
That's right. You got to have that faith. That faith is what's going to help you overcome. Ain't no victory without the faith. You can't even please him. Right? Come on.
All scripture is given by inspiration of Elohim, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness.
For instruction in righteousness. He's trying to teach you how to be righteous. Instruction in righteousness. Correct your behavior. Reproof. Right? Inspiration. This is where you draw your strength from. This word inspires you.
Need that.
Why are you looking to be to other people? To be confirmed by other people. To be confirmed by men. All you need is in these pages. Go ahead.
17. That the man of Elohim may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works.
Look at that. This is what he chose you for. To refine you, to make you perfect. He chose you for what? Good works. He chose you for good works. So that you can be thoroughly prepared. You got to seize the moment. When a chance comes for you to do good work, you got to seize the moment. Let's go to Psalm 73. When the Most High give you his spirit, it's a different type of spirit. It produces a different type of attitude. Most High say he take the low things and bring the base, the high. Psalm 73, let's just read this a little bit. Verse 1. Everybody going through something. Everybody got problems. Everybody's problems ain't the same, but everybody's problems is significant to them. Right. Your problems is just part of your walk. You got to keep pushing.
Right.
You got to keep striving. You might have to get help, but it's cool. You know why? Because the Most High sent you that help.
Right.
You can't get no help if he don't send it to you. Everybody going to be reluctant. But a man take care of what's his. If you feel like you his, you take what he sends you. He'll take care of you. If you reject it, that's on you. If you're in the middle of the ocean drowning and he sends you that life craft, you tell, I'm waiting on the Lord. Nah, I'm going to wait on God. He just sent you the life craft. You know what's going to happen? You dead. You done went under. Most of the time in our life, we can't recognize the life raft. Because the Most High say, my ways ain't your ways. The way you looking for the help to come, The way you looking for the problem to be overcame, it might not work out like that. Verse 1. Hearken to the scripture.
73:1.
Yes.
Truly Elohim is good to Israel, even to such as are a clean heart.
Look at that. How do you rate your heart? If you think you got a good heart, look what the Most High said. He good to Israel. Who want to argue with that? I pass. Go ahead.
But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped.
He said, man, why would you do that? You supposed to be righteous. Tell me why. What would
For
cause
I-
a righteous man to almost slip?
For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
Okay, now it make a little more sense.
Yeah.
Because the wicked do seem like they get away with murder. Some of them do, but just go ahead.
4.
Yes.
For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men.
Right.
Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain.
Is that the truth?
Yes, sir.
They do wickedness and they increase.
Yep.
So you know what happened? They go from level 2 on the pride
Man.
scale to level 22.
That's what they do.
And it only goes up to 10. You know, so it's seeping out.
Right.
Right, go ahead.
Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain.
It's everywhere. You know how a chain is all around you, right?
Right.
That's how their pride is.
Violence covereth them as a garment.
Yes.
Their eyes stand out with fatness.
Now, when he's saying violence, he ain't necessarily, we should know this by now, right? He ain't
Right.
necessarily talking about killing.
Physical, right.
Yes, he's talking about beating, cheating,
Right.
misusing and abusing your neighbor, not treating them
Right.
like yourself, right?
Exactly.
Stepping on their neck so you can come up, right? That's dirty. Y'all know that, right? Most
sir.
I hate that.
Yep.
The world is for the profit of all.
Right.
He hate when you step on somebody else's neck just so you can come up.
Right.
And Israel is guilty because they come up that you just beat somebody out of,
And
they'll
they
go
right.
and offer that to the Most High Yah. And he said, I hate robbery for burnt offering.
Yeah.
That's why he tell you to be honest. All right? Whatever you want done to you, that's what you do.
Right.
We don't even got to do trigonometry and stuff. We go 2nd grade math, add and addition. Whatever you want done to you, that's what you do. This is the fulfillment of the law. People want trigonometry when it ain't even required. Name me one time you used. Anyway, what verse we at? 5?
7.
I'm ready.
7 again. Their eyes stand out with fatness.
Look at that. Lust. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Their eyes stand out with fatness, always lusting and wanting. Go ahead.
They have more than heart could wish.
Look at that. Is that the truth?
Yeah.
This is why he's saying he got envious and he almost slipped. He started tripping a little bit. Said they got more than the heart desire. Come on.
They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily.
That's the truth, y'all. Even now, they to pull your bootstraps up. You the one bringing the oppression. That's the only way you gonna get on top.
Yeah.
You're not doing it honestly. It ain't just. It's definitely not just because you're smarter.
Right.
You're definitely not more blessed.
Right.
But you have no problem with violence. See, the righteous got a problem with violence. You got this little thing called morals.
Yeah.
You know, that they end up, weighing on you.
Yeah.
But the wicked, listen, let your mama have morals. I'm finna get this come up. If I gotta step on your neck, it's just what it is, baby. Survival of the fittest. Competition. All this, we destroying your neighbor under these banners. Right? And then when you get, he's so proud and lofty. You speak evil of oppression. What else does it say?
9. They set their mouth against the Shamaim, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. And they say, how does Elohim know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world.
Look at that. These are the ungodly who do what?
Prosper in the world.
What about them?
They increase in riches.
This is why he's seeing a prosperity.
Yeah.
Which you no doubt do the same thing, right? We see the prosperity of the wicked, but don't become envious of it because they moral code is different. They being led by something else. Look, that stuff temporary. Most High was trying to give us something that money can't buy.
That's right. Eternal.
Yeah. And they trying. You know they are. They cloning. Everything finna get cloned.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
They cloning. It's getting real dangerous out here.
Yeah.
Right? That mean they trying to live forever. Right? Go ahead.
13. Verily, I have cleansed my heart in vain.
You see what the innocent does? You clean your heart. But he's saying, man, I ain't prospering. Where's my prosperity? I not cleanse my heart for nothing. Huh?
Right.
This our attitude.
Yeah.
Man, I'm serving the Most High. He supposed to be blessing me,
Yeah.
blessed by the best. I ain't supposed to even be going through all this, man.
Make it plain.
Most High is you the highest. You gonna let me go through this?
Man.
I'm your conscience. You know you can do something. Why don't you just do this? Yeah. Listen, I'm purging you. For the simple fact you got the audacity to ask me, why when I do this, show me that it's a problem within you.
Right. That's right.
And you won't recognize it because your eyes is on the outward.
Man.
I'm trying to clean you up on the inside. I'm trying to make you a member in this kingdom.
Man.
And the only thing you worried about is prosperity. No doubt. I'm not saying nobody don't want to be poor, but if it happens, it just happens. It's part of life.
Right.
Long as you got hands, a good mind, you can work to get physical stuff. If Most High send you help, you can work to get out of any impoverished condition.
Yeah.
But we need to work to get our soul from a impoverished state. Am I saying that right? Is it impoverished? Whatever, you know what I mean. Okay, all right. Oh, look, professor. Thank you, though. Yeah. Nah, I appreciate that, though. Right. Don't let me. I'm my own evil, right? Yeah. But go ahead. Yeah.
Right, 13
the
again.
word hit everybody, don't it?
Yeah.
I just need to be quiet. Go on and read.
13.
Yes, sir.
Verily, I have cleansed.
Should've never asked. Sorry. Go ahead.
Verily, I have cleansed my heart in vain.
Yes.
And washed my hands in innocency.
See, we can't have this attitude.
Nah.
All right. We got to shake this loose. Go ahead.
For all the day long have I been plagued and chastened every morning. If I say, I will speak thus, behold, I should offend against the generation of thy children.
See, the chastening is part of the game. Sometimes it seems like it ain't going to let up. It seems like you in this way for life. What the Bible tell you, trouble endure for a moment. It said, but joy come in the morning. It's just a long night. You know what I'm saying? Just endure. I'm just telling you. It's just a long night, but joy come in the morning. But you can appreciate that joy more if you done been through something.
Yeah.
Right? You ain't never been through nothing. You don't know how to react. It's hard for you to overcome difficult situations.
Right.
So what that means is most likely you're going to have to go through more difficult stages.
Right.
You got to build you some muscles.
Yeah.
Right? You got to build you some muscles. That's how it goes. Go ahead.
16.
You got to quit fainting. Go ahead.
When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me.
Look at that. It's painful.
Yeah.
He said, even when I considered this, it was even painful for me. Come on.
Until I went into the sanctuary of Elohim.
Once again, where the strength coming from?
Yeah.
I was weak and watery, giving up. I was looking at the prosperity of the wicked. I got sidetracked. Yeah. But you know what happened? I went into that sanctuary. Once I went into that sanctuary, what happened?
Then understood I their end.
Then, who he talking about? The wicked, right?
Yeah, the wicked.
Then I understood their end.
Yeah.
Right?
What's about to come?
This is more important. Go ahead.
18. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places.
What that mean? You set a trap for them.
Yes, sir. Snare.
They fell for the okie doke.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Thou castest them down into destruction. How are they brought into desolation? As in the moment.
As in what?
In the moment. Quick.
Yes.
They are utterly consumed with terrors. As a dream when one awaketh. So, O Yahuwah, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image. Thus my heart was grieved, and I was pricked in my reins. So foolish was I.
Look, he realized it. So foolish was I.
and ignorant.
Uh-huh.
I was as a beast before thee.
That's humility. That take humility
Yes,
to
sir.
come to that realization. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, I am continually with thee. Thou
do it.
hast holden me by my right
He
hand.
said, nevertheless, you know what? I'm going to stick with you, Most High. I'm continually with you. Go ahead.
24. Thou shalt guide me with thy counsel, and afterward receive me to glory.
You say that? Yeah, you shall guide me with your counsel.
And afterward receive me to glory.
That's good. In other words, long story long, the righteous, Psalm 34, it could say it better. We get Psalm 34, then we go to Hebrews 12. Give me this one verse in Psalms 34, verse 19. Hearken to the scripture.
Many are the afflictions of the righteous.
No, the righteous ain't never going to go through nothing because I got you.
Many are the afflictions of the righteous. But Yahuwah,
See, the wicked ain't getting many afflictions. They getting sudden destruction. Sudden destruction versus many afflictions. The righteous got to have many afflictions.
yes,
Why?
sir.
I got to purge you.
Yes, sir. Make you
Purging is painful. Or we could call it chastising, or
Right.
the chastening, because that's what he was telling us in Psalm 73. He chastised the righteous. If nobody chastised you, if you got a father, he never discipline you.
man. Horrible.
He really don't like you.
Nah.
He really don't love you. If he whatever you do, he okay with it. He really don't care. Huh? What kind of father raised their children like that? None. He raising you like he raised a bastard. Huh? That's the
It
truth.
is. Yeah, yeah.
You just what verse? Did you finish that?
19.
Oh, let me have it.
Many are the afflictions of the righteous,
Yes, yes.
but Yahuwah delivered him out of them all.
Look at that. He ain't afflicting you with no end. With the affliction come a escape. He delivers. That's what he does. That's his name. Deliverer. Savior. That's his job. His job, his name denounces his job. Yahuwah deliver you. It's just a long night. You done had long nights before you got into the truth. I ain't finna go there. Some of y'all remember those shout out. Really back into the Shabbat.
Really
Hebrews
back in.
12. Ooh, that was a long night. Ooh, Lord.
Boy, is that true?
Hebrews 12. We going back to the scriptures.
Man.
You gotta have fun with the word, man.
Yeah.
It's just how it is. I can come in here and drill sergeant you this thing, but it will be no enjoyment. Security. We finna get some real security guard. I'm finna put out an ad. You know what I'm saying? Money, thrifty nickel. Let me put out an ad for security guard. It's a recession too. I can get them for the cheap.
Man.
I said, I need the ones that bend your arm back. You hear me? I need them. Put your knee in it back. I'll give you on the spot interview. Right. Put your knee in it. That's all I need. Shoot, I'm gonna sit them right here. Jacob and Esau. You hear me? Boy, they gonna go get you too. 12:1.
Hebrews 12
I
and
told
1.
y'all we need to get back to the scriptures. Yes.
Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight.
Watch this.
And
We just talked about losing weight. Huh?
Yep.
Losing weight is healthy. Is that the truth?
Yeah.
That's a sensitive subject. Listen. We get it. Okay. It works in the spiritual realm the same way. Because you know what the Most High says? Israel done wax, fat, and kick. You need to lose some weight. You know, some stuff you got is not good for your walk. Right? This is what he's telling you. What? Start at the top of that verse again.
12 and 1. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight.
Let us lay what?
Aside every weight.
Why are you talking about weight? The Lord say bodily exercise is good. Anyway, that's off subject. Go ahead. Let us lay aside. What that mean? You got to put some stuff down.
Yeah.
You got to give some stuff up. Let us lay it aside. Go ahead.
And the sin which does so easily beset us.
Is the
And-
sin easy? Does it easily beset you? Is that the
Yeah.
truth?
Mhm.
He said, let's lay it down. Go ahead.
And let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking into Yeshua, the author and finisher of our faith.
See, you know why we don't want to do this? Because when you look to Yeshua, you got to look at a man that was acquainted with grief. You got to look at a man that went through all kind of struggles. But his heart was fixated on the Most High. His heart was fixated on completing the will of the Most High. The man said, what he say? Birds of the air have nests, foxes of the ground have holes, but the Son of Man don't have no place to lay his head. And you know what he did still? Still going into the temple. Right on schedule. Ain't nothing stop me. What that mean? Huh? See, everybody can't have a mansion, a Bentley, right? But everybody can treat their neighbor like they say. There's no excuse for that.
Yeah.
Everybody can't be rich. But everybody can love the Lord thy God with all their heart, mind, and soul, regardless of your economic condition. Everybody cannot look down on their neighbor no matter how well off you are. Huh? Everybody could do that. Everybody's not going to make the same amount of money, but we letting the wrong thing define us.
Chapter 2.
Yes.
Looking unto Yeshua, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross.
Who for the what? The joy?
Who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross.
Endured, he overcame.
Despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of Elohim.
So look what happened, y'all. He went through what he had to go through. He suffered.
Right.
Right? He wasn't complaining.
Right.
Stop whining and complaining and murmuring all the time. When you murmuring and you whining, you're not murmuring against nobody but the Most High Yah.
Man.
That's who you murmuring against, and that's why he hated. Because it's like, if you my child, no matter what I do for you, it's not good. We need to get a divorce. Huh? No matter what I do for you, it's not good. I'm the parent. What's wrong with this picture? I gotta let you go. It's nothing good enough. All you do is whine, murmur, and complain. This is your relationship with the Most High. He told you to look to Yeshua, the author and the finisher, a man that was poor, despised, afflicted, acquainted with grief, and still had enough joy in his heart to endure the cross. Somebody was going to benefit from that work. See, with us, the work that the Most High got for you, which somebody is supposed to benefit from, through all your murmuring and complaining, you don't complete the task. When you come into contact with the person you were supposed to meet up, ain't no joy in your heart. You falling down on a mission. How they gonna come over to something that's looked down upon by you? I ain't going to come to that. I can't see it in you. Why would I give up what I got to get what you got? Where's the evidence? Huh? You know why he sent it? One of the reasons he sent Israel into captivity? They didn't serve him with joy. He gave them the abundance of all things. They didn't serve him with joy. He said, you know what? You're going to serve your enemies in nakedness and in want for all things.
Yeah.
And then you still, 2,000 years later, you still don't serve him with joy. I gave you the scriptures for you to learn from. And you still coming to me with resentment? This is so boring. 4-hour marathon. 24-hour marathon of your favorite show come on. You glued to the TV.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
You ain't even getting up to use the bathroom.
Nah.
You got a little bucket or something. I don't know. No breaks.
Yeah.
Let it come to the gospel. Oh, my goodness. 10 minutes? Really?
Yeah.
It's so long. Your own mama said. Go ahead and read.
3. For
Okay.
consider.
Go ahead.
Oh man.
Sorry, mama. Go ahead, Kevin. Go ahead, never mind.
For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself.
Okay, you
Lest
see-
ye be wearied in fainting your minds.
Listen what he say, y'all. Basically, we right back to the point that there's some stuff you're going to have to go through. There's some things you're going to have to endure.
That's right.
Because everybody who came on this walk done went through it. You should have considered that before you went in that water. It's a fight come with this.
Yeah.
He said, look to this man. What he endures a lot of contradictions from the sinners. Right? And he said, look to him. Why? Unless you become weary on your path, on your journey.
And fainting your mind.
It's faint. And once you faint in your mind, that means you're going to fall away.
Yeah.
You're going to give it up. You're going to let it go.
Right.
You got tired of holding on. You got tired of enduring. You got tired of overcoming. But he already told you, greater, you can still do it no matter how many tests it is, because he give you a way out.
Right.
Greater that's he that's in you.
Yeah.
But once you become faint,
Yeah.
it's up to you to give it up. Hearken to the scripture.
4. Ye have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin.
Uh-oh, that one verse got it.
Yeah.
That one verse got it right there. That's it. You can't open your mouth for the rest of the show. The lesson. Huh? Because he said
You have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin.
how many have?
Nobody. Still here.
What excuse? He ain't taking away all excuses. What else?
5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou chastening of Yahuwah.
What?
My son, despise not thou chastening of Yahuwah.
One more time.
My son, despise not thou the chastening of Yahuwah, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him.
See, we in a point now, we can't take correction in this walk.
Nah.
It's very few in Israel that can take correction. It's very few. They don't consider, though, the correction
It's
or the
love.
rebuke is love, and it's coming from the Most High.
Right.
They could, you just hating on me. If I didn't care, why would I even come to you telling you? I just let you go on in that era.
Right.
That's the Most High sending that your way.
Right.
Go ahead.
6. For whom Yahuwah loveth, he chasteneth.
That's why I tell you don't despise the chastening of love. It's some tough love.
Yeah.
That's how he is. You know why I got to be tough love? I got to know what's in your heart. I done set a set of rules out there. They call commandments.
Right.
I need to know if you're going to keep them when things get rough. When I whoop you, when I spank you, are you going to give it up? Are you going to turn from the commandments? I got to know that. See, you can say it all day, but I got to see the test and the tribulation.
That's
Because
right.
that's the proof.
Right.
What you do is the proof whether you give it up or not.
Right.
So don't despise the chastening of the Lord, yes?
And scourgeth every son whom he receiveth.
Look at that. He do what?
Scourgeth every son whom he receiveth.
But what if you be without chastisement? He going to tell us, go ahead.
7. If ye endure chastening, Elohim dealeth with you as with his sons.
You see that?
Uh-huh.
You sure you want to be his sons? Huh? Or his daughters?
Yeah.
When we say sons, we just lumping daughters under that banner too. Is that cool?
Yeah, it's cool. They understand.
No, not really.
They
But,
understand.
but that's what we mean. Okay, so don't despise the chastening. What happened?
For what son or daughter is he whom the father chasteneth not?
Right.
But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then ye are bastards and not sons.
And that's Bible.
Yeah.
We ain't make that up. You know what the law say about bastards. Can't get into the kingdom. What father gonna have a son he don't correct? He can't correct. If the Most High can't correct you,
You can't get in his
you
house.
can't get in.
Right.
You just like a bastard and not a son. But all sons and daughters that he gonna receive, he correct them and chastise.
Right.
I gotta get this mind in you. that he got. All right, go ahead.
9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of the Ruach and live? For they verily,
Yes.
for they verily for a few days chasten us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit.
For what?
But he for our profit. That
So
we
he
might
chastising you because he don't like you.
but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness.
He just putting something on you you can't handle. He really don't like you. That's why he chastising you.
But he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness.
Holiness come with a price.
Yeah.
Be set apart, sanctified. It takes some work. It ain't cheap. But he doing it for your benefit. Like we said, you lost that. Okay, you lost it. It might not have been good for you to have on your walk. It ain't that he didn't want you to have it. You just wasn't mature enough for where you at right now. If he wants you to have it, he'll make a way. Right? Go ahead.
11. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous.
That's the truth, right? You seem like, go ahead.
Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby.
So when you go through that chastisement, you learn the lesson, you yield fruit. It's a peaceable fruit.
Right.
This is what I was trying to get out of you the whole time. I just had to go through these drastic measures for you to be purged and learn a lesson.
Right.
Go ahead.
12. Wherefore lift up the hands which hang down and the feeble knees.
Now listen to what he's saying. This is encouragement. Because you know when that chastisement come, you all slumped over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You hunchback of Notre Dame, right? You bitter beer face,
Yeah.
right? You can't even hardly get out of bed.
Depressed.
Are you ready to give up? You know, you need medicine for depression that you ain't got.
Yeah.
You know, you ain't Shabbat is out of there. I can't even think about that right now.
Right.
Why would you ask me that? Like you become somebody else. You ain't in the Lord, like he said. If you was, and listen to what he said.
13.
Now, since you know all of this, he said, lift up them hands that hang down. And them feeble knees, strengthening yourself.
Right.
But the strength comes from who?
Yahuwah.
That's it. And if it don't come from him, you get it from somewhere else.
You don't need
I don't
that.
know how that's going to turn out for you.
Right,
I just
right,
want you to
right.
know. We don't know how that's going to turn out. Right? But if it comes from the Most High, get that encouragement, he going to make a way. Go ahead.
13. And make straight paths for your feet, lest that which is lame be turned out of the way, but let it rather be healed.
Yeah, now, because when you going through that chastisement and all that type of stuff, you feel like you lame. You ain't yourself. He said, now let that be healed. Gird up your loins. Strengthen yourself. Let that lame portion be healed. Right? And what did he say?
14. Follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see Yahuwah.
You see that? Go ahead, one more.
Looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of Elohim.
And then, like,
Lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby many be defiled.
man, John the 15th chapter. So everything ain't gonna be all good. We already know that. When we in here with each other, we should know everything ain't gonna be all good. Somebody gonna go through something at this time. Somebody gonna go through something at that time, and the saga goes on. But when you part of the body, he told you one hurt, you all hurt. Right? What I say, John 15?
15.
Yeah. John 15. Let me throw this in real quick. Because he got the purge. Verse 1. Go ahead.
John 15:1. I am the true vine, And my Father is the husbandman.
So
Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away.
look, we talking the language of a gardener, right? This is why he put Adam in the garden. He a husbandman.
Right.
Yeshua said, I'm the true vine. He said, every branch in me that don't bear fruit. Now, why did the scripture say he purged you?
So that you can get fruit.
Exactly. Now, if you don't bear no fruit, what happened?
He taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit.
So you fruitful and you wonder why this happening to you? You said what again?
He says, every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit.
Okay, so you got a tree that don't bring forth no fruit. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. That's utter destruction, what he was speaking of earlier. But the one that you bearing a little fruit, okay, you doing good. Here come that purging, or here come that chastisement.
Right.
Don't despise it. The reason why I'm doing it is so that you can produce more fruit. Because you've shown potential.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
You've shown potential in this walk.
Right.
So I could use you some more. He that is faithful with a little, be faithful with a lot. So,
That's
okay.
right.
I see you a pretty little decent servant on that level.
Right.
Let me add a little more kingdom responsibility to you. Huh? I got to purge you so you can bring forth more fruit. Because he chose you to bring forth fruit. The will for your life, the will for him choosing you is for you to bring forth fruit.
Right.
So if I got to purge you, if I got to chastise you, this is why I'm doing it. Come on.
3. Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto
He
you.
said, now you clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. Yes.
Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine.
You see that? You a branch. You can't bear fruit by yourself. It's bottom line. The only way you're going to be fruitful is if you stay. So how you being fruitful and you giving up God first?
Not.
Your service in the Most High is diminishing first. How can you be fruitful? See, we got to rechange how we think about the purging.
Right.
We got to change how we think about the chastisement.
Right.
Now, if you done committed sin, you deserve that. That's the truth. Right? You already know that.
Right.
So whatever you get, you deserve to go through. But when you ain't committed no sin and you still go through it, this is what you got to realize. He purging you so that you can bring forth some more fruit. So that means his eyes is on you. He looking at you. He using you. All right? That's what you got to consider. The Most High is using me. All right? Go ahead.
Bottom of 4 again.
Yes, sir.
No more can ye, except ye abide in me. I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit.
How we bring forth much fruit?
He that abideth in me, and I in him.
Got to stay close. Got to stay close to the Most High. All right. You finish that verse?
For without me, ye can do nothing.
That's the truth. You can't do nothing fruitful in this walk without him. That's what he's letting you know. Pick me up real quick. Amos 3, verses 1 and 2. Go ahead.
Hear this debar that Yahuwah has spoken against you,
What
O
is-
children of Israel,
Uh-huh.
against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying,
What you say?
You only have I known of all families of the earth.
Yes?
Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
You see that? Yo, if you get punished for you're going to get punished for your iniquity. But when you punish and you ain't did nothing, that's purging. Why would he do that? That's chastisement. So he can refine you. So that you can be beneficial to the kingdom business.
Right.
So it's different. Now you commit sin, you need to know you're going to be punished.
Yeah.
You deserve that, though. You got to realize that. I deserve that. I know
Yeah.
But when you haven't done anything, you getting punished, that's chastisement. That means He working with you, He using you so you can bring forth more fruit. And yeah, it's going to sting.
Yeah.
But He's not going to put more on you than you can handle. Right? He's trying to make us righteous.
Right.
Right? We walking in the midst of darkness, we're in this evil world. You finished that?
Yeah,
You
we
gotta
finished
know.
2.
Okay. Isaiah 59. Verse 15.
Isaiah 59, verse 15. Yeah, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey.
You see that? The man that depart from evil.
Maketh himself a prey.
Right. So you got to know that, y'all.
Yeah.
The
And
man. Huh?
And Yahuwah saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment.
Right.
And he that
No, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
Let's get out of there. Let's go to Philippians 2. Philippians 2. You there? 2, verse 2. Go ahead.
2, fulfill ye my joy, that ye be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind.
Mm-hmm.
Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let us esteem other better than themselves.
We need to read that again.
Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory,
It's a big reason for the purging.
but in lowliness of mind, let us esteem others better than themselves.
Nobody do that. Nobody esteeming others better than themselves. Do what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
This is why people in the truth so mean. You don't look out. You ain't esteeming nobody better than yourself. You esteem yourself better than everybody else. That's why you get mad so easy. One of the fruits is long suffering.
Man.
It's hard. If you esteem people better than you, it's hard for you to have anger.
Yeah.
Because you'll realize people make mistakes. You'll realize that. You will think about other people first, which you don't. This is how the gospel can spread. Man getting beat for the gospel's sake. Why would he do that? Because he know this is the hope that you have. And if I don't do my part to get this hope out, somebody ain't going to be saved. Why do you think he didn't choose us to be born in the days of the apostles? We probably would have failed a mission. The gospel wouldn't have went forward. And we got to get that mind. When you get that mind, you can esteem others better than yourself. You can put yourself through pain and suffering in order for other people to catch up or be exalted above you. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Nobody think of their neighbor first. How would this make such and such feel if I did that? We got the mind, I'm going to do it anyway. It's about me and my kids. Square business. Look, I don't have no other language. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. That means it's the truth. Right.
Right.
I mean, we just think about ourselves first. I'm not about to suffer so this thing can go. And that's why strife and turmoil and schisms in the body.
Yeah.
The problem is you. It appears to be somebody else, but really it's you. It appears to be sister such and such, but really it's what's in you. It appears to be old boy or brother X, but really it's you. I'm mad, but they not. I feel some type of way. That's pride. What type of way do you feel, by the way? You ain't never thought about that? That's broad. I feel some type of way. Well, everybody feels some type of way all the time.
Right.
What do that mean? You feel what type of way do you feel?
Feel tight.
Man, say. Go. What verse we at?
We at 4.
I'm ready.
Look not every man on his own things.
Look at that. This is instruction from the highest. You don't do this. And this, you know what? This is why he told you to look to Yeshua, the author and the finisher, because this is what he did. He wasn't concerned about riding on horses and all that type of stuff, all the glory. He wasn't concerned about that. He was concerned about doing the will of the Father, because that's what's going to help save the people. He was looking on the well-being of others. Look, every man. That's every one of us. Why don't you do this? Every man look on the well-being of others and not on his own things. Go ahead.
But every man also on the things of others.
Look at that. Why you don't consider your neighbor? Because once again, you didn't even realize you had the mindset of it's about me.
Yeah.
It's about me and mine.
Cain.
You thought you was good because you kept Shabbat. But every decision you made on Shabbat was to benefit you and yours. It's one soda left. It's just a little baby now. Just one soda left. 2 people want it. It's going to be a fight. The most selfish one going to get it. I had it first. Well, you had it first, and if you was real godly, you would give it up. And if they was real godly, they wouldn't take it. You know, let's split it. None of that. You heard of Negro spirituals? That's what we got. Man, everybody's looking after their own. That's death and destruction.
Yeah.
He told you a kingdom divided.
Can't stand.
Man. Husband and wife divided.
Man.
How long you think the household gonna stand?
Not long.
You know why y'all divided? Y'all both selfish. Square business. You selfish and he selfish. You don't know much. Listen, okay, hey, I ain't here to argue with you about that. I'll tell you what I know. Because if you looked on the well-being of him, or if you looked on the well-being of her, you can be a peacemaker. And the only thing he said about the peacemaker, he said, blessed be the peacemakers, because theirs is the kingdom of Yah.
Yeah.
Not a concern of mine, brother. We trying to get it right now. Go ahead.
5.
Yes, sir.
Let this mind be in you, which was also in Yeshua HaMashiach.
Look, how is he going to be in you and you in him if y'all don't have the same mind?
Need that same.
He's not. Ain't no way. It's impossible.
Right.
They say don't use impossible. It's impossible.
Yeah, it is.
It's impossible for him to be in you if you don't think like he. He's not going to give you his spirit. When you have his spirit, you think like him.
Right.
And when you have his spirit, you can overcome the world.
Right.
When you have his spirit, you look out for the well-being of others before you. You see, we've been trained. We got special training in this society.
Yeah.
Everything we do is for self-improvement.
Yes,
self-improvement. Self-esteem. Self accolades. You selfish.
Yeah.
Let's keep it real. Not me. You the main one. If you said that, if that was your thought, you the main one. If you said I'm good, you the main one. Because when you have that attitude, there's no room for improvement. We call that a glass all the way full. Old wine. Let this mind be in you. Go ahead.
Which was also in Yeshua HaMashiach. 6. Who being in the form of Elohim thought it not robbery to be equal with Elohim, but made himself of no reputation,
Look what he did.
and took upon him the form of a servant.
It's hard when you got a reputation, ain't it? It's hard to live up to that, ain't it?
Yeah.
You living up to other people's expectations.
Yeah.
Huh? You ain't living up to the expectation of the Most High Yah. Yeshua showed you how to do it. When he came in the flesh, the man made everything. How you gonna come down here? How you gonna be that humble?
Man.
You come down, you didn't make yourself of no reputation, knowing who you are. Even when Satan came tempting him, he said, if you be the Son of God, do this and do that. Man, listen, I ain't got to prove who I am. I know what I am. I know who I belong to. I know my job, I know my mission, the focus. I'm singularly focused on this thing. When you make that reputation, you got to live up to that. That vainglory that's been set upon you.
Right.
That's good. Go to John 8, verse 29. Let's see what type of mind Yeshua had. Because he told you, let this mind be in you. Verse 29. Hearken to the scripture.
And he that sent me is with me.
So that's the Father that sent him, right? He said, he with me. I already know he with me. Go ahead.
The Father hath not left me alone,
Why not?
for I do always those things that please him.
You say what?
For I do always those things that please him.
This the type of mentality he's telling you to adopt. You've been chosen. You've been selected. He said, what type of mind did he have? Go ahead.
30.
No, 29 again.
Okay. And he that sent me is with me. The Father hath not left me alone, for I do always those things that please him.
That's right. That's how he can say he with me. That's how he can have confidence that he never leave him alone. Because I do whatever please him.
Right.
So I know he with me. Romans 8. You're going to go through something. That's how it is, y'all. We just got to develop a scriptural backbone. When things get hard, you got to go harder in the faith. See, we've been trained to give up the faith first. You can't let that stuff stop you. The apostles got beat, thrown in prison, all for the word of God. Well, so the word of God can go forward. So we can get to the point where we are today, where we can read it with no restrictions. See, we take it for granted. Somebody waiting on you, though. Somebody waiting on you. You got to get out of yourself. Romans 8, verse 14, and then we'll drop down. Hearken to the scripture.
For as many as are led by the Ruach of Elohim, they are the sons of Elohim.
That's right. The word of God leads you. You say you his sons. Ain't nothing nobody can come and do to deter you from it. Nothing can separate you from this thing. No matter what you go through in life. Verse 28. Go ahead.
And we know that all things work together for good to them that love Elohim.
Look at that. It could be something terrible happen to you. Something that you definitely wasn't expecting. But look what it said. But just because it happened, that don't mean it's over with. It have to be a result of it, right? The end result is that it can work out for the good.
Right.
For the good of who?
To them that love Elohim.
And
to them who are the called according to his purpose.
See that? He said, many are called, few are chosen. Few gonna give up their own life. What else? Let's drop down a bit. 31. Go ahead.
What shall we say then? Say to these things, if Elohim be for us, who can be against us?
Remember what he said in John? Greater is he that's in you than he that is in the world. Now we're saying, if Elohim be with us, then who can be against us? Come on.
He that spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all.
Look at that. This is why we titled it, My Sons Can Handle It. Overcoming the world. He was sent to do the mission. Why? Because I know he can handle it.
Right.
When we go back and look at Job, watch what the Most High say about Job. Have you considered my servant Job? You dealing with a man that didn't spare, not to say man, but just so you can get a picture. You dealing with someone that didn't even spare their own son. What make you think you're going to get away from this chastisement? And you saw what he put the son through, right? Let's see if I can find what he said about how that made him feel. Go ahead and finish that while I look for it.
32 again. He that spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all.
Look at that.
How shall he not with him also freely give us all things?
Right. So did he not spare his own son because he didn't like him?
No.
Nah, for your benefit. You think the son didn't know he was going to go through this suffering? But he endured it, the chastening of the Lord, so that you can have a chance, an opportunity. So he didn't make himself no reputation. I'm not about to let you beat on me. I'm God. Imagine that. Imagine he lifted himself up. We're not even about to play these type of games. You finna put a crown of thorns on my head? No, you not. You finna put me in cuffs? Ain't nothing. We ain't even finna play like that. I call the Father right now, and he'll send 12 legions of angels. But you know what he said? If I do that, how the scripture is going to be fulfilled. He said it pleased the Father to bruise him. My son, because you know what he was thinking? My son can handle it. It's nothing. He's not going to turn his back on me. Go ahead. He's not going to get this up. And this is the spirit he's telling you to have. When he in you and you in him, it's no doubt you'll have the same spirit.
Right.
It's too many fleshly examples. Verse 32 again.
He that spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things?
So he used that same one to give us all things freely. He exalted him. But he had to go through the struggle or the suffering first So I got to know. You don't keep my commandments or no. I know he can handle whatever you. The man was poor. Huh?
Yeah.
He always in trouble, dealing with when it comes to the spiritual matters, going against the grain, right? People using them, right? You know how we know he used them? The multitude came to him after he just did the 5,000, fed the 5,000. He said, I already know the only reason you looking for me because I performed the miracles.
Right.
I gave you food. And then he told him, don't labor for that meat that's physical. Labor for that meat that can save your soul. So he already know what it. This is life. Only thing they trying to do is trip them up and condemn them. And then on top of all that, you done lie. My own familiar friend done betrayed me. We ate together, kept Sabbaths, feast, dietary, slept in the same spot. 3.5 years, we was cool. Then because you covetous, you're going to rise up and you're going to betray me. We like family. You stab me in the back. Dirty rat. Then they slapping them, beating them, spitting on them, mocking them. Why don't you say something? You know what he said? I didn't commit myself to what they was doing to me. I gave myself over to the judge. He gonna judge me. And indeed he did. He avenged his blood upon them boys. So you got to think, if it's that deep, if that's his own son, he chastening every son he loved. Better strap up. Get prepared. Go ahead.
33. Who shall lay anything to the charge of Elohim's elect? It is Elohim that justifieth.
Yes.
Who is he that condemneth? It is Hamashiach that died, rather, that is risen again. Who is even at the right hand of Elohim, who also maketh intercession for us?
Mm-hmm.
Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach?
Look, who's going to separate you from the love? A lot of us letting a whole lot of stuff separate us. Mm-hmm. Right? We got to go strong. Go ahead.
Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword?
Now, you can answer yes to a lot of this. You see it. You see it. One of these things come up, you just can't deal. You can't deal with the Most High yet. You're too depressed. Tribulation. I'm hungry. Famine. Starving. Trouble. That's distress. What about persecution? What about nakedness? Imagine that. You naked and destitute. It seems like I'm serving the Most High with all I got. Why would he do this to me? He could be using you to test somebody else in the body. Because look, you dead. The flesh is supposed to be dead.
Right.
When you really dealing with the Most High, whatever happened to you in the flesh, that's just what happened. That flesh is supposed to die. So that means you can endure whatever. If that flesh die, you can endure it because you're not worried about it. I ain't got to try to build no reputation. It don't make me no different. I go through this. The Most High put me through this so somebody else can benefit from my situation. That's why he chose you. It basically chose you to be like a little mini, to sum it all up, to be like a little mini Mashiach.
Right.
Right. So people can see him in you. And you know what he did? he endured everything he had to for the benefit of many.
Right.
That's why you got to get it out your mind. It's just about you and yours. It's not.
That's right.
That's a satanic mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just keep it real.
It is.
That's the mentality of Satan. If those are your thoughts, you have adopted his mindset. You got to get rid of that. Go ahead.
36. As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long.
Look at this. That's why he said, can't nothing separate you. Tribulation came, distress, persecution, famine, nakedness, peril, sword. None of that can separate you from the love of God, because it's written,
For thy sake we are killed all the day long.
for your sake, Lord. Meaning you use us as willing vessels.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you're saying when you really come into the Most High. You
Yeah.
can use me. So you know what you just said. You my earthly representative. I can put you through whatever. But what I'm going to put you through is for the purging. You got to be purged so you can bring forth some fruit.
Right.
Don't let this chastisement separate you and I. Chastisement come in the form of what we just read in verse 35. Distress, persecution, famine, nakedness, peril, sword. Just to name a few. All that's going to live righteously is going to suffer persecution.
Right.
You just became a prey. Go ahead.
We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter.
Look at that. Remember, another scripture tell you, the ones that followed the Lamb, they didn't love their life until the death. So this is what you count your life as. Read that last half again.
We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter.
Not me. I can't fade it. No. There got to be another way. Huh? I know I can get in another door. That's a lie. You're supposed to count yourself as a sheep. For what?
For the slaughter.
Why he gonna kill me all day? So he killing your fleshly life so he can bring forth fruit for the kingdom.
Right.
Well, I ain't ready. We should have jumped in the water. This is what you're supposed to consider before you get in.
Yeah.
You just a vessel at this point. You gave up your freedom, your individuality. You gave that up. So your sins can be remitted. I say that ain't even an even trade. You really getting over. Let's tell the truth. You getting over on them.
Man.
We call that mercy and grace. But you don't look at it like that. You look at it as like, he won't let me live my life. This is bondage. That's a bad mind. Got to be renewed. Where at? Spirit of your mind. That means your thoughts.
Yeah.
How you think about the kingdom. How you think about the gospel. How you think about the Most High. How you even think about your natural life. Your mind got to be renewed. You got to shake off that satanic mind. Only way you're going to do it is the word. The purging process. You a sheep for the slaughter. Go ahead.
37. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us.
Look, in persecution, I'm more than a conqueror. My sons can handle it. Overcoming the world, which is the title. In famine and nakedness, I'm more than a conqueror. So this don't denote my natural state, right? My natural state don't determine how I serve God.
Right.
Yes, I'm in a famine. Yes, I'm naked. But my spiritual man is like Incredible Hulk. Huh?
Yeah.
You still can bring forth fruit when you're naked. If you're really in the Most High, in tribulation, you still can bring forth fruit.
Yeah.
When in the face of death, you still can bring forth fruit. If people see Hamashiach in you, how you live your life,
Yeah.
and you get killed for that, you still can bring forth fruit. Samson killed more in his death than he did when he was alive. You can kill more demons. You still can bring forth fruit.
Yeah.
Mind. If you change a man's mind, he'll put down his gun. Go ahead.
38. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Elohim, which is in Yeshua HaMashiach our Adonai.
Corona. It shouldn't dictate how you serve God.
Man,
Whatever they do with this corona.
man.
Life or death. Whatever they do. That's principalities and powers. These powers and these whatever these governments bring, it shouldn't affect how you serve the Most High Yah. You can't use that as an excuse. The virus ain't no excuse. Nothing can separate us from the love of Hamashiach. When you got his spirit, it's evident. David and Goliath. That's the spirit of the Most High Yah. It's always only a remnant, a small amount that accept and take on the spirit or the mentality of the Most High. It's always only a few. Let's look at Paul as an example. 2 Corinthians 11, we're going to read 11 and 12. We'll skip around, but we're going to read it. We looked at Hamashiach briefly. We can't live up to that. Where did it say that in the Bible? Not because we always saying stuff that it don't say. Is that the truth?
Yeah, that's true.
It didn't say that, not one time. No, but that was Yeshua. He just in another cat. But listen, where the Bible say that stuff at? See, once again, go back to how you think. He said, we more than conquerors. He said, we sheep to the slaughter. You know what it said about the Mashiach? He was led as a sheep to the slaughter. Same thing. This is 2 Corinthians 11. Pick me up at verse 17. Go ahead.
That which I speak it not after Adonai, but as it were foolishly in this confidence of boasting.
Right, Paul got to say some things straight a little bit. He don't like to boast in himself. He like to give all the glory to the Most High, but he like at this point, I got to tell you something. And the thing I'm finna tell you, it ain't about the Most High, that he like to speak where the Most High get the glory. But he got to run down some things to these people right quick. Watch what he gonna say. Go ahead.
Seeing that many glory after the flesh.
Is that the truth?
Yes, sir.
Many people, almost all, your glory is contained with whatever flesh, by the flesh, to say the least.
Yeah.
By the flesh. Many glory in the flesh, so they've been doing that. Go ahead.
I will glory also.
I'm going to take this opportunity and do the same thing.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it ain't going to be so I can get the glory. It's so the Most High Yah can get it. Go ahead.
For ye suffer fools gladly, seeing ye yourselves are wise.
Listen what this telling you.
For ye
if you wise, hold on, let me say this. If you wise in the faith, you should be able to suffer somebody that's a little more foolish in this thing. Okay, yeah, they make a mistake. I knew.
Yeah.
The weak, the strong should bear the infirmities of the weak. That's the gospel. It's time for graduation.
Yeah.
With 18 years, you supposed to sin each grade level.
Yeah.
Some of us getting stuck in preschool on the
Stagnant.
Yeah. When you stuck in preschool, you know why? You don't went to recess too many times. You ain't did no work. You straight recess. You got too many blockers. Seeing you wise, what happened?
20. For ye suffer, if a man bring you into bondage, if a man devour you, if a man take of you, if a man exalt himself, if a man smite you on the face. I speak as concerning reproach, as though we had been weak. Howbeit, wheresoever any is bold, I speak foolishly. I am bold also.
So basically, we should be able to suffer reproach. When you suffer in that reproach, it appears that you to the flesh it seems like you weak.
Right.
All right, it seems like you weak, but really you stronger. You bold on the inside. Go ahead.
22. Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I.
That's right.
Are they ministers of a Mashiach? I speak as a fool. I am more. In laborers more abundant.
Look at that. Hold on for a minute. Nope. No. Get that out of here. Let's change the word. Nobody want to work. Right? He said, yeah, they were putting in work.
In laborers more.
I
am more. In laborers more abundant.
Look at that. When it came to the Mashiach and the God, I shot past them in all labor. Huh? He told you in Romans, he said, don't be slothful in the Lord's business.
Right.
Now he running down his pedigree. He said, in laborers, I worked all of them. Go ahead.
In stripes above measure.
Oh, no. Stripes, correction.
In prison.
The man was beaten.
Yeah.
I think he said 3 times. Was he beaten for the gospel? Why is you doing all this for the gospel? Just don't worry about it. You already got it. You good. He letting you know I'm suffering all these things so that it can benefit more people than myself.
That's right.
This is what it take for it to go forward. So it ain't nothing different in your life. It takes suffering. It takes persecution for you. It takes for you to bring forth fruit. But you're not on the island. It's been like this.
Right.
For us to be able to have a chance to salve, it took one man to come outside himself and endure that persecution, that humility, that we'll call it abuse. Huh? But you can't take nothing. I'm ready.
In stripes above measure. In prisons more frequent. In deaths off.
Look at that. In the face of, and he's still preaching the gospel. Because can't nothing separate him from the love of Yah.
24.
He done went to prison. He done been beaten.
And in deaths off.
And in the face of death often.
Yeah.
Huh? Could have been stoned probably a lot of times.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah, and laborers. I'd have worked. Right, come on.
Of the Jews 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one.
Now, picture it. This man grown. Huh? Between 30 and 50. We just say it like that. Could have been older, right? But you grown as it get, and you getting your back whooped. Huh? Because you did nothing wrong.
Right.
This is how they hated the gospel back then. We gonna beat the brakes off you. His own people, the Jews. 5 times. Ooh, after you got beat that one, I'm done with this. The gospel was no. This is too much to bear. Imagine getting beat 5 times, 40 stripes. Thank you. I'm done. It's just showing you how you gonna quit. You ain't suffered nothing like this. How you laying down on the gospel? Go ahead.
Thrice, 25. Thrice was I beaten with rods. Once was I stoned. Thrice I suffered shipwreck. A night and a day I have been in the deep.
You know what you thinking? He might really, on cool though, he probably really cursed. You really something wrong with how you living.
Yeah,
That's what they think. That's what you think, right?
Yeah, did something.
But look, he didn't do nothing. This is how you can tell the difference. He didn't do nothing. Everything he was suffering was for the gospel's sake.
For others.
Yeah. I suffered all this. 3 times. I was beaten with rods, stoned. That's stoning. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a beast right there. They tie you up and just chunk rocks at you. I mean, stone.
Dang.
You know it's by the grace of the Most High that he lived.
Right, exactly.
Look, I'm done with this, Lord. You ain't done. But wait, there's more. Come on, Lord. Right? This is why he didn't pick us. Huh? This is why we ain't Paul.
Wait. Mm-hmm.
You know what kind of mind? This is the same mind as the Messiah. Is this not the same mind?
Yeah, it is.
Go ahead.
Let me hit that 25 again.
Yeah.
Thrice was I beaten with rods. Once was I stoned. 3 times I suffered shipwreck. A night and a day I have been in the deep. In journeyings often, in perils of water, in perils of robbers, in perils by my own countrymen, in perils by the heathen, in perils in the city, in perils in the wilderness, in perils in the sea, in perils among false brethren.
Is this a long night or not?
Man,
This is a
just
long night. What
night
is you?
full of bad action.
What is it? This the love of the gospel, y'all.
Man.
Huh? This the love of it. Do you love it like this? Don't even answer. I don't want you shooting nothing out of your mouth because this is a lot of stuff written on this page.
Yeah.
Right? This is something. What verse 27?
We on 27
I'm
now.
ready, yeah.
In weariness and in painfulness, in watchings often, in hunger and thirst, in fastings often, in cold and nakedness. Beside those things that are without, that which cometh upon me daily, the care of all the churches.
You heard what he said?
Still
This
doing
just
work.
the stuff I suffered from
Right,
the world.
right.
And on top of all that,
Still
the
doing
problems
work.
within the church, I still gotta deal with them, right?
Man,
it
no
don't,
break.
It don't stop.
No
you know, that's kind of what he's saying. It's never ending.
Yeah,
And why is he doing all this?
for others.
For somebody else.
Yep, spread the
And
gospel.
you know what happened? He not quitting and he not slothful.
Yeah.
He overcoming. Because you know why the Most High y'all picked him? He can handle it.
Yeah.
My sons can handle it.
Yeah.
We're going to read Acts 9 when we finish this. Go ahead.
28 again. Besides those things that are without, that which cometh that which cometh upon me daily, the care of all the churches. Who is weak? And I am not weak. Who is offended? And I burn not.
Look at that.
If I must needs glory, I will glory of the things which concern mine infirmities.
That's right. Look what he said. I done been offended. I done been weak. Huh? I still didn't give it up.
Now
I
he
still
said,
didn't act unseemly. Right? What verse
29, he said, who is weak and I am not weak.
That's
Who
right.
is offended and I burn not. He
You
taking
ain't-
on
you ain't-
their burdens and stuff.
Yeah, you ain't did suffer nothing that I haven't suffered.
Yeah.
Huh? Who is offended and I have not been offended? There's no excuse, basically.
Yeah.
What else? What, did you read
30. If I must needs glory, I will glory of the things which concern mine infirmities.
Uh-huh.
The Elohim and Abba of our Adonai Yeshua HaMashiach, which is blessed forevermore, knoweth that I lie not. In Damascus, the governor.
No, that's good. That's
Okay.
good. Let's go into the 12th chapter. Go into chapter 12. Pick me up at verse 7. Go ahead.
Unless I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Hashatan to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure.
That's right. I was given this infirmity lest I be exalted in the flesh. What happened?
For this thing I besought Adonai thrice, that it might depart from me.
He said, for this little ailment, he said, I went to the Most High 3 times that he might take this away from me. Did he
Right.
take it away?
And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee. My strength is made perfect in weakness.
You see that? That's the key. When you going through all that struggling and tribulation, you at a weak point. Well, if you don't quit, This is how the Most High get the glory.
Right. All things work to the good.
All things work to the good. Read that verse 9 again.
And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee.
Not that he couldn't take it away from him, right? But he said, I don't need to do that. He said, my grace is good enough for you. Go ahead.
For my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Hamashiach may rest upon me.
You see that? That the what may rest upon?
That the power of Hamashiach may rest upon me.
Go ahead.
Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities.
You say what?
I take pleasure in infirmities.
You do what?
I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches.
Is this the mind we have?
Nah.
I mean,
What you
it's
mean?
tight.
Tight, bro.
Is it? How do you develop a mentality where you take pleasure in infirmities? It's because you're doing it so that other people can gain.
Right. See the bigger picture.
Yes. You haven't built up a reputation for yourself. Other people can benefit from your hardships.
That's right.
He said in weakness, and is what he
Therefore,
say?
I take pleasure in infirmities.
Right, for my strength is made perfect in your weakness. The Most High strength is made perfect through your weakness. He said, okay, Paul talking about, okay, so for that reason, I take pleasure in infirmities.
In reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions,
What?
in persecutions,
You take pleasure?
in persecutions,
What else?
in persecutions, in distresses for Hamashiach's sake,
For who? Is he doing it for his own?
for Hamashiach's sake. For when I am weak, then am I strong.
Yes. Go ahead.
I am become a fool in glorying. Ye have compelled me, for I ought to have been commended of you. For in nothing am I behind the very chiefest apostles, though I be nothing.
That's right. You see his attitude about how he is?
He's nothing.
Exactly. That's how he can suffer those things for the benefit of others. But when you got pride, you can't suffer nothing for nobody. You can't endure nothing. You can't endure no. If you're offended, you're going to offend back. All right, go to Acts the 9th chapter. Verses 13. The Most High chose him. And he understood that. He ain't just running around choosing everybody. And when he chose, he know his purpose was specific. Go ahead.
13. Then Ananias answered, Adonai, I have heard by many of this man
Talking about Paul.
how much evil he hath done to thy saints at Jerusalem.
That's what he used to do before the Most High put his hand on him. All right, come on.
And here he hath authority from the chief priest to bind all that call on thy name. But Adonai said unto him, Go thy way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me, to bear my name before the Gentiles and the kings and children of Israel.
And all those things he suffered, that was a part of the game. But he couldn't let that suffering and that tribulation take him down. Because through all of those troubles, and it was he was weak.
Right,
But the Most High strength was revealed
right.
through all of those sufferings and tribulations and trouble
Right.
that he suffered in his life. Because he took it and he still kept preaching the gospel.
Right.
Go ahead.
16. For I will show him how great things he must suffer for my name's sake.
That's right. Let's go get another example. So through weakness, or through your weakness, the Most High can get the glory.
Yes, sir.
Right, let's go to Job. Job 1. Verse 1. So when you get that mentality, when you get that spirit of the most, you got a different mind. That's just it.
Yeah.
You got a mind to endure whatever it is come your way. Especially in order that the Most High get the glory. Go ahead.
There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job. And that man was perfect and upright.
It was what?
Perfect and upright.
Okay.
And one that feared Elohim and eschewed evil.
He hated evil. He feared God. Right?
Uh-huh.
Should be good. Nothing, no trouble should come his way. That's how we think. Right? But go ahead.
And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. His substance also was 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, and 500 yoke of oxen, 500 she-asses, and a very great household. So that this man was the greatest of all men of the East.
That's right. Now let's drop down to verse 8. This is a skip song. You know the story. We just skipping through it. Go ahead.
8. And Yahuwah said unto Hashatan, Hast thou considered my servant Job?
Hold on for a minute. Who said that?
Yahuwah, the Most High, said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job?
Why would he say that?
You know his son can take it.
He know his sons can handle it. It's just, no matter how much it is, he know that his sons can handle it. Go ahead.
And Yahuwah said unto Hashatan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth Elohim and escheweth evil. Then Hashatan answered the door. Hashatan answered Yahuwah and said,
What you talking about? Where that come? What did he say?
Then Hashatan answered Yahuwah and said, Does Job fear Elohim for not?
Right.
Hast thou not made an hedge about him and about his house and about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands,
Right.
and his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thine hand now and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face.
That's right. Let's touch some of that mammon.
Right. That Baalism.
Yeah. I bet you he give it up. Right, go ahead.
12. And Yahuwah said unto Hashatan,
See, if you know that he started naming everything he had. Because the point is, that's what most people give up the gospel for.
Right, yep.
Them earthly possessions. So he started trying to put this thing in perspective for you. He started running it down. He got this. He got that. He got that. He got this. But all the while, what you're finna see in the story, none of those things shaped his view and his service to the Most High. It still was the Most High first. He hated evil, and he feared Elohim. And if you go and read some of the other chapters, even though he had a lot, he gave. He sought out the help. He wasn't just interested in stacking up that the money like a mountain and enjoying it all himself. He did right with the riches, in other words.
Right.
Go ahead.
12. And Yahuwah said unto
And that's probably why he said ain't none like him in the earth.
Right.
Other people get rich and they sit on it. Well, yeah, let's go on vacation to Maui.
Yeah.
Right? Anything we can think of, anything your imagination can dream of, let's go do that.
Yeah.
Huh? It's a difference. Go ahead and read.
And Yahuwah said unto Shaitan, Behold, all that he hath is in thy power.
You see that? We still talking about materials, right?
Right.
Everything he got is in your hand. You got power over. Go ahead.
Only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Shaitan went forth from the presence of Yahuwah. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And there came a messenger unto Job and said, The oxen were plowing, and the asses feeding beside them. And the Sabians fell upon them and took them away. Yeah, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee.
Okay, he started losing some of his possessions, right? He remember he had great possessions. Okay, see, a lot of this stuff will affect a lot of us, right? Well, this is what these stories here for, to teach you, to show you, to learn from. Go ahead.
16. While he was yet speaking, there came also another, and said, the fire of Elohim is fallen from the Shamaim, and have burned up the sheep and the servants, and consumed them. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee.
It's getting worse. Go ahead.
While he was yet speaking, there came also another, and said, the Chaldeans made out 3 bands, and fell upon the camels, and have carried them away. Yeah, and slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee.
What else?
While he was yet speaking, there came also another, and said, thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house.
Oh no, it's straw that broke the camel's back right here.
Now.
Straw that broke the camel. We done with this. This is too much, Lord. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't it say in Romans, I'm persuaded that nothing can separate me from the love?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What did he say? Start at the top of that verse again.
19 or 18. While he was yet speaking, came also another and said, thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness, and smote the 4 corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead. And I am only escaped alone to tell thee.
Now, who could take that?
Man, that's a hard one.
That's why he didn't choose us.
That's a hard one.
This is what he said about Job. He none like me in earth. Some people will give up the faith after this.
Yeah.
This is just, you done took everything I had. What else do you want? Type of attitude.
Yeah.
Huh? Let's see what Job did.
20.
Yes.
Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshipped.
Where he drawing his strength from? He obviously weak at this point.
Yeah.
Everything has been taken. He needs some strength to go on, to keep pressing forward, right? So he drawing his strength from the Most High Yah instead of getting his strength from his possessions. That's big. That's what all the servants of God do. They draw their strength from their well, not what they got. Go ahead.
21. And said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. Then Yahuwah gave, and Yahuwah have taken away. Blessed be the name of Yahuwah.
That's some understanding right there.
Yeah.
It's tough. The man done put his hand on his head on this one. Look at him. Huh? This will make you think, don't it? I don't know. What else?
22.
Blessed be the name of Yahuwah. What did he sin?
In all this, Job sinned not, nor charged Elohim foolishly.
That's what he knew about Job.
Yeah.
My servants, my sons can handle it. Whatever it is. Huh? And it got a little worse as we go on. But for the sake of time, we're going to skip to chapter 42. This gospel don't look that appetizing today, do it? Huh?
Preparation.
It's looking like Brussels sprouts on that plate instead of steak, huh? Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, beets. Okay, let's do beets. No, I like beets. Okay, it's looking like beets. Some people like them, but I'm just saying. A lot of people don't. It wouldn't be the first choice of most. Right? If you got a choice, 9 times out of 10, you're not finna pick up no beets. Nah. Whatever your... Verse 12, 42 and 12.
42 and 12 reads,
Okay. Sauerkraut. We'll do that one. That's real tough. You can't... Is that digestible? That's got to be genetically modified. That is terrible. But anyway, it's just my opinion. Y'all you don't mean nothing. Go ahead.
Job 42 and 12.
Yes.
So Yahuwah blessed the latter end of Job more than his beginning, for he had 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, and 1,000 yoke of oxen, and 1,000 she-asses. He had also 7 sons and 3 daughters, and he called the name of the first Jemima, And the name of the second,
Okay,
Keziah.
we can skip that verse.
And the name of the third, Karen Hapuk.
All right, you already there now. Go ahead.
And in all the land were no women found so fair as the daughters of
He
Job.
didn't even say that about his first set of children, did he?
Nah,
Huh?
nah,
See, but the Most High, when he dealing with you,
Yeah.
he can make your latter end better.
better, yeah.
But he didn't sin against the Most
Yeah.
High. That's the point. He didn't stop his service of the Most High. When they took that stuff, he went and drew his strength from the Most High.
Man, that's a
Huh? It took everything he had. He went straight to the Most High, didn't he? He didn't say, go ahead.
And their father gave them inheritance among their brethren. After this lived Job 140 years and saw his sons and his sons' sons, even 4 generations. So Job died, being old and full of days.
That's right. Most High blessed his latter end, right?
Yeah.
But he overcame. He served the Most High without sinning against him.
Yep.
He didn't let that mammon be his God.
Right. He was blessed with double.
Right. He suffered the persecution. He went through it. Didn't quit on God. That's the lesson we gotta learn. You gotta stop quitting on God.
Yeah.
He endured. He overcame. That's why the Most High said it. He didn't send him to any old body, did he? He didn't send Satan to any old body.
Nah.
He sent him to somebody that he knew could handle it. No matter what you throw at him, he got the spirit.
Right.
He got the spirit of the. This is the same thing with Mashiach.
Yeah.
My son. Same thing with Paul. My sons can handle it.
Man.
Same thing with David. Look at this last example about David. 1 Samuel 30. When everybody turn on you, got to be able to stand. They draw your strength. Don't put your trust in men and in stuff. Put your trust in God. This is the first thing you taught to give up over here in the West. You taught to give up God first. He the one let you get that stuff taken from you. You might have deserved it. You might not have handled it. Don't let them turn you. Verse 1, go ahead.
31. And it came to pass, when David and his men were come to Ziklag on the 3rd day, that the Amalekites had invaded the south, and Ziklag and smitten Ziklag, and burned it with fire,
Right.
and had taken the women captives that were there within. They slew not any, either great or small, but carried them away and went their own way. So David and his men came to the city, and behold, it was burned with fire, and their wives and their sons and their daughters were taken captives.
You imagine that. They didn't come home or come to the city. They wives and they sons, they daughters, they gone.
Yeah,
Taken captives by the Amalekites, they enemies.
right.
Huh? Watch what's going to happen.
Then David and the people that were with him lifted up their voice and wept until they had no more power to weep.
All right, so they sorrowful, right? Point of weakness. Watch what's going to happen. So this is the point of weakness. You finna see 2 different spirits, though. You understand? The spirit of the Most High is different from the spirit of everybody else.
Yes, sir.
You finna witness it right here. Go ahead in a minute. Come on.
5. And David's 2 wives were taken captives.
So his wives was taken as well, right? Yeah, so go ahead.
Ahinoam the Jezreelitess and Abigail the wife of Nabal the Carmelite. And David was greatly distressed, for the people spake of stoning him.
Look at it. He was so troubled. He the king, right? He was so troubled. All the people turned their back on him. They wanted to stone him.
Yep.
They turned their back on their king. So that's what type of spirit they had. You turn your back on your own when stuff get tough. You ain't even geared up and go fight the Amalekites yet.
Man.
You want to fight your own first.
Right.
And somebody that really ain't did nothing but good for you. One thing happened. One thing bad happened. Everybody done turn their back on David. You know what they probably started doing? Murmuring, just like they did Moses.
Yeah.
What kind of king is this?
It wouldn't
Only
even
thing he
happen
do
if he would've
is
took us out there.
right, exactly. Finding fault But go ahead and rewatch this.
Middle 6. Because the soul of all the people was grieved, every man for his sons and for his daughters. But David encouraged himself in Yahuwah his Elohim.
Hold on for a minute. You see the difference? Spirit of the Most High. Everybody else, they was grieved and troubled and distressed. Not saying David wasn't either, but he drew strength.
Right.
Versus where they wanted to kill him, he had a totally different mentality.
Right.
He had a totally different spirit. And what he did was he went to the well.
Exactly.
He drew his strength from the Most High. David encouraged himself. You know what that means? You know how it is when you got to hype yourself up and encourage yourself? He did it, and he took that encouragement from the Most High. David encouraged himself in the Lord. Go ahead.
7. And David said to Abiathar, the priest, Amalek's son, I pray thee, bring me here the ephod. And Abiathar brought thither the ephod to David.
All right, so you know that he didn't retaliate at the mentality of the people. He just took his issue to the Most High. Straight to the Lord. Watch what he say. Go ahead.
And David inquired at Yahuwah, saying,
He did what?
He inquired at Yahuwah, saying, Shall I pursue after this troop? Shall I overtake them? And he answered him, Pursue, for thou shalt surely overtake them, and without fail recover all.
You see what he said? And the Most High told him this. But you notice he didn't tell him it was going to be easy. So what that means? David got to have faith in the word of the Most High. Huh? Verse 10.
But David pursued, he and 400 men, for 200 abode behind, which were so faint that they could not go over the brook Besor.
All right, they're so tired. He took 400 men. He said, but 200 of them stayed back. They were so tired they couldn't even make it. All right, go ahead.
And they found an Egyptian in the field, and brought him to David, and gave him bread, and he did eat. And they made him drink water. And they gave him a piece of cake of figs, and 2 clusters of raisins. And when he had eaten, his spirit came again to him.
You see that? So the journey wasn't easy. It was so strenuous that 200 of the 600 couldn't even make it.
Right.
Now the Most High sent help, though. Because remember what he told them at the first, you shall indeed overcome them without fail. You know, so he kept pressing, even though it's hard, he kept pressing. And now, look at this strange help. An Egyptian they found in a field, ended up feeding them. Go ahead.
And his spirit came again to him, for he had eaten no bread, nor drunk any water 3 days and 3 nights.
Look at that. You see that? So you can't tell me the journey wasn't rough. They going to war. They need all the strength they can get. You ain't ate bread. You ain't drunk water in 3 days walking in the desert? Look, 200 y'all ain't got the heart. Gone back. The only reason I got the heart because I'm encouraged by the word of the Lord that told me you're going to do it without fail. So I got to use that as my encouragement to keep going, my strength. My motivation. So now the Most High sent them some help. And they took it, and now his spirit revived in them. Go ahead.
13. And David said unto him, To whom belongest thou? And whence art thou? And he said, I am a young man of Egypt, servant to an Amalekite, and my master left me, because 3 days agone I fell sick. We made an invasion upon the south.
Look how the Most High be working that thing. Egyptians is Israel enemies. Not only is he Egyptian, but he a servant of their other enemies, the Amalekites, which took the women and the children, the sons and daughters. The Most High done work. So he done made the Egyptian servant fall sick. Now they cast him out. Now he brought food to David and them. Let the Most High be working behind the scenes. You think David and them saw that coming? No, he didn't. He had to ask them where you come from. And when he running down the history, you don't think this strange? You can't tell me this ain't the work of the Most High. Go ahead.
We made an invasion upon the south of the Kerethites, and upon the coast which belongeth to Judah, and upon the south of Caleb, and we burned Ziklag with the fire. And that we said,
now, you remember that's where they came to. That's where David and them came to, and their cities were burning, their wives were took.
Ziklag.
Now I'm an Egyptian. I got to explain this unto you. If the Most High,
His
wasn't-
hand in it.
his hand got to be in it, because why wouldn't David kill him? Just because you brought me that little old food and drink.
Right.
Look, you finna get off. Yeah, you sitting up here telling y'all what y'all did. All right, burned the city and took it. Right, go ahead.
15. And that we said to him, canst thou bring me down to this company?
So he said, can you show me where they at? Go ahead.
And he said, swear unto me by Elohim that thou wilt neither kill me nor deliver me into the hands of my master, and I will bring thee down to this company.
Yes.
And when he had brought him down, behold, they were spread abroad upon all the earth, eating and drinking and dancing, because of all the great spoil that they had taken out of the land of the Philistines and out of the land of Judah.
All right, so they celebrating, right? The victory
Right.
lap. All right.
Catch 'em
So they done got caught slipping.
Yeah,
All right, go ahead.
And that we smote them from the twilight even until the evening of the next day. And there escaped not a man of them, save 400 young men, which rode upon camels and fled. And that we recovered all the Amalekites, all that the Amalekites had carried away, and that we rescued his 2 wives. And there was nothing lacking to them, neither small nor great, neither his sons nor daughters, nor spoil, nor anything that they had taken to them, that we recovered all.
According to the word of the Most High. So he endured. The journey was rough. First of all, he had a different spirit to even go and seek the Most High to get this answer.
Yes, sir.
And then when the Most High told him you're going to win, he didn't make the journey just joyous, right? It was troublous still. But yet he kept pressing through. And that's the message, press through. Why? He know when you got that spirit of the Most High, you can overcome. If you notice, David was the only one. Everybody turned their back.
Yeah.
He the only one had a different spirit. It's always like that. And that spirit allowed him to draw his strength from the Most High and keep going in troublous times. That's faith. That's faith. Naboth, same way. People dying for the word of God. All right? You got to keep going. That's all I'm saying. Long story short. 1 John 5, this is the last spot. 1 John 5. He said, all that live godly is going to suffer persecution. But don't let that persecution separate you from the Most High. You got to know the persecution is a purging. It's so you can look on other people's well-being more than your own. Verse 4.
1 John 5 and 4. For whatsoever is born of Elohim overcometh the world.
Whosoever what?
For whatsoever is born of Elohim overcometh the world.
You hear that? You born of him, that means you got his spirit. You've seen a couple of different examples of how different the spirit of Elohim looked than the spirit of the natural man.
Right.
If you got it, you can overcome the world. He know, once you get this spirit, he know whatever come your way, his sons and his daughters can handle it. All right? Whosoever is born of him overcometh the world. Go ahead.
And this is the victory that overcometh the world,
What?
even our faith.
Even what?
Even our faith.
What's the victory?
That overcometh the world, even our faith.
You got to have it. And that faith got to be in the right place, which is in the Most High. Regardless of what you lose, regardless of what you go through, this is how you're going to overcome that stuff. This is how you overcome them losses. This is how you overcome them setbacks. So, Revelations 14 and 12. Don't quit on them, y'all. His people don't quit.
Nah.
They won the battle with 200 less men than they had originally.
Right.
Verse 12, go ahead.
Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Elohim and the faith of Hamashiach.
And a what?
The faith of Hamashiach.
You got to have it. Want to be a saint, you got to keep the command. He talking about it in the face of adversity. Not just when it's all good for you.
That's right.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can keep the commandments when it's good. Anybody can keep the faith in Christ when it's good.
Yes, sir.
But when it goes south, you got to be that same type of stand-up person. This is what he's looking for. An overcomer. Mm-hmm. My son can handle it. Overcoming the world. Hope somebody got some understanding in Yeshua's name. Thank you for your time. Amen. Hallelujah. All right, don't forget about the Feast of Weeks, also known as Pentecost, coming up Sunday, May 31st at 2 p.m. here at the Vineyard. We'll be mingling with the multitude of Christ and lost and found Israelites, right? At 2 o'clock on Sunday, May 31st. All right? Come out and